my spectators on.
Very frustrating, this. Very frustrating. Very frustrating indeed. So, as usual, busy, long day yesterday. I've done a lot of videoing, but, as I explained earlier, I just didn't have the time. So my brakes were done on my car, and that took a while, and by the time I got back home, it was like 8:30ish, I did a bit of the video, I've got it all halfway through putting it together. I just got to finish it off. So, hopefully I'll be able to get it done today, but who's to say? Once it's done, I've got to proof it, find out what it's like, see if it works okay, and then stick it up on YouTube. Wonderful. It's all good. So don't worry, I haven't forgot about you. Update on the diet is that I'm on 13 stone 13, and for those foreign people, work it out. You should know by now. Metric pounds and all that sort of shit, it's doable. It can be worked out if you try. I ain't going to do the work for you. But anyway, 13 stone 13. See that? Did you actually see that? Oh. So, realistically, I've got another stone to go, and I will be actually under 13 stone. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Can't wait. I just cannot wait. When I actually reach my goal, when I do, I am going to spoil myself rotten and celebrate with either a big fat pizza or a Chinese. I ain't decided yet. Or I might say fuck that and just have a normal McDonald's as usual. I ain't decided. I just ain't decided. Not decided yet. I don't know what to do. I have been having a look to see if I can find a way of getting the camera attached up above, but to no avail at the moment, unfortunately, because I've got no, it's not so much nowhere to anchor it, it's no way of actually fastening it down. Like, I mean, I've got no device to do it. I suppose there is devices that can be used to attach it in some way, but as regards to using bungee cords, no, not going to happen. So I've got to wait. Right, I'm trying to reduce the bouncing around because it does seem to be like bouncing all over, but Never mind. Let's get the flock out of here, shall we? A little bit of a jolly down the road. I'll say I'll do my best to get these up and running sometime today, if not today, tomorrow or the next day, depending. It's all good fun. Sound the weather's turned a bit. Yeah, I mean, it's not brilliant. It's always better when it's sunny. You want the sunshine. But I've got a full deck of time to drive. So I should be able to get back up to the, well, up to Lichfield and then back to the yard, all in one go. All being well, that is. sunny, sunny day. Check this out. Beautiful, isn't it? Lovely little area. And that's the crap hole I've got to fucking collect some off-cut rock wool from. Brilliant. So I've got to try and shoehorn myself around there at the moment, which is not good. Not good at all. You're right, bugger. Just up that street up there. Up there. I've got to back myself up there and park at the end of the street, which you just can't see. It's just out there. There's a little turning over there somewhere, just beyond that blue. That fence in there. So I've got to do that. So that should be fun, shouldn't it? Basically what he's got to do is he's got to, there he is over there, look. He's got to drive all the way along there to the very end, over there, around there and all the way over there. So I'll stick you on again in a minute. I'll have a walk around and show you what I'm trying to do with this bloody ground thing. I'll speak to you in a bit. So, like I said before, this is where I am. I'm parked on the street. Right, so we're going to have a walk. Let's go have a walk. But first, let's look at some scenery. It's lovely, isn't it? It's not bad actually, and it smells really nice. Honeysuckle, I'm sure it is. It smells very fresh and summery, you know, I mean, proper stuff. So if we go down here, this is the trek he's got to take to bring this shit up here. Oh. Right, so I'm going to come down here. There's a green, look, I was over there 10 minutes ago. You've got to come all the way down here. I'll show you the reason why I couldn't get my Arctic down here. Shut up, dogs, not interested. So, of course, trying to get the Arctic down here would be a very, very stupid and ridiculous. So, as I walk down this street, as you can tell, it's not too bad here, but this is where it gets ridiculous, because obviously you've got cars parked here. Now these cars could either belong to the residents or the guys that are actually up there doing the job. Either way, I'm not going to be able to get a shoehorn a friggin' Arctic down here, am I? So he's got to come from his entrance over here. I suppose if it was early enough, there was no vehicles about, then I suppose, then yes, to a point. But as you can see, the trees are getting very close to the road, and it looks like there's already been, you know, they've shoehorned themselves down here regardless to whether they're going to cause any damage to the vehicle or not. Hence they've already broke that one off. Must have done that with another, what's name, so not going to work, I'm afraid. But the lad is going to carry them all the way over here in his truck from the entrance over there. Let's just show you. That's where he's coming from, out of there. So it's all well and good. Anyway, as we walk ourselves back, we can enjoy the scenery again. It's really nice, isn't it? Yeah. Have a look, see what you think. Not bad, is that? Well, anyway, still nice around here though. Can you see that? That's going away in style, that, isn't it? Oh, so I just thought I'd give you a bit of a wander around, show you the ridiculous things that we have to do now and again as drivers. Here he comes. Anywho, it's always good fun, isn't it? Nice to see something different for a change, isn't it, really? Hi, hello, and all that. I've got the recorder on the go. I think I might be a bit brave having it around here, but we'll see. I've got a little trek through the town-ish, so let's give it a whirl, shall we? I just don't believe it. But the sun's out, you know. Shut up, you stupid machine. Right, let's just shove you up there at the fucking road. Put that in out the way. There. Take that off. Let's just put this away for a second. I know I'm burning valuable time away, but hey, whatever. It's all for the good of you guys. Right. Let's get it on. Yeah. Come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Maybe not just yet. Wait till he goes. Now we can go. Yabba fucking dabba do, as they say. Put my sunglasses on. Don't knock my camera off. Is it still there? Come on, let's go. Over the bumps. It's bloody wonderful! Yeah, baby. Honestly, I don't know how long it's going to last. Let's just hope that nobody decides to walk off with it. Water. Well, according to it, I've got to turn left and then turn right. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. We're doing alright so far. I can hear the music. Yeah, baby. Rock and roll. There is only so much room that we can do to get through. And now we'll be straddling these lines just a wee bit because it's a tight corner around here. Yeah, it's all good. Come on, Mr. Prestige. Awesome stuff. Leave home. like a red man on that sign that says don't fucking walk, you know what I mean? Fucking cockbox. I love it. I love it. I say, it's something different here. I just hope nobody walks off with me camera. I'll be fucking chasing down the street to do. Oh, a bit annoyed with all these fucking traffic lights, mind you, but whatever. There's not a lot I can do with that. Just sort of like gives you the how can I put it, the feeling of what we have to do when we go through places like this, and the manipulation of the vehicle so that we can get around these corners. Bang, 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 bang. I've got to go that way. Now, of course, I've got to look to my left because I know you aren't going to see it. There's no way that I'm going to be able to be in the left-hand lane to go left because of all these fucking people about. So I've got to go down here at the end of the day and hope that nobody gets twatted with my camera. It's all good fun. I know that my sat nav's having a flat, mind you, but hey, whatever. See? Tells to be something different, isn't it? Oh, just down here, I've got to swing a right. I can't get yet because the fucking cars are blocking the box. Come on people, move along, let's have some room. I think my sat nav is having a flap. Get off again. Let's get round Mr. Bus. Oh, let's go up here anyway. So this has brought me to the back end of it. Ah, been down here before. Well, there you go. Cockhead number one. Thinks he's fucking Colin McRae. We're on now on the 57. Yabba dabba fucking do. fun out there, are you? Oh, what are you doing, people? Come on. Now. Sort it out, it ain't difficult. If I can traverse this thing all the way around this place, I'm sure you can stick a fucking car around it. Sometimes I wonder. I really do. Not doing too bad there, not doing too bad at all. But we've hit a bit of a snag. Then again, it does get a bit thick around here, mind you, but never mind. Not to worry. There's not a lot we can do about it. This is bollyhockers. That sucks. That sucks ass. I was hoping to be a bit better than that. Never mind. I was hoping, but hey. These things come to try us. Oh well, bother. Creepy, crawly. Just means I'm gonna waste all that fucking time. Never mind, not to worry. What you have to remember is, it's not all fucking sunshine and rainbows driving a lorry. We do have to contend with this cack quite a while. Anywho, I had a look around the truck again to see if I could find a way of putting a camera on top of the trailer, but there's nowhere for it to go, I'm afraid. There's just nowhere for it to go. I mean, like, one of my subbies mentioned get a clamp or something like that. Yeah, I could do, I suppose. Some sort of fixed in there, but it's getting it up there as well. That's the only problem. It's not really that easy. I mean, I was up this afternoon up on the back end of the truck trying to look to see if I could figure out a way of mounting it, but unfortunately there's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Really? Really? You want to shoehorn yourself in there, do you? Arse bag. Hopefully, you'll be able to see what I'm doing in reverse now. To a point, that is. Right, here we go. steer it round and drive the trailer around. That's why I'm hanging out the window so I can see where it's going. And that way, you can steer the trailer better, and your hands, like I said before, your hands will go wherever you need them to go. And after you do it a few times, it tends to become second nature. Fuck! We are off on another exciting drive along. Sun is shining, the weather is free. Before I go anywhere, before I do anything, I need to wash my glasses. Right, let's go. Let's get the flock out of here. Let's get the flock out of here. Doop-a-doop-doop-doop-a-doop-boo. Right. We are currently at Melton Mulberry, or Melbury, or however you want to pronounce it. That is where we are. Oh, back is aching. Not that much. Weather's nice though. Sun is out to a point. Everybody likes a sunny day. Was a bit cooler this morning though, mind you. Granted, it was 3:30 when I started. Boo fucking who? Twang. Terang. Pretty neat round here, not bad. It's only 10 past 10, or thereabouts, or 10:15. Look at this lot, everybody's already out, shopping and strolling around and what have you, and here's me stuck in the fuck-eyed Arctic. Meh. Seems to be a hell of a lot of people around for like a Friday morning, you know what I mean? It's all very pretty. It's oh so exciting. It really, really is. Come on now, move over. There's plenty of fucking room for both of us, you fucking great lump. You ain't driving a fuck I-4 before. Oh, the countryside, the wonderful, shiny countryside, with the fields of green and the trees of green. Also, so the fields of sandy colour and the trees have fallen apart. Wow. Chicka bow wow. Now, according to it, when I get back, there's a possible stoke when you get back, blah blah blah. So if we can get them all covered, we'll do. You say you know full well there's going to be a fuck-eyed stoke when I get back. No two ways about that. Oh well. But, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, cats, dogs, whistles and flutes, it's my last day today! Woohoo! Friday is my last day today, and I'm off for a week. Ha 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 ha! Yeah, baby! Looks like I have to find something interesting to fucking video. Keep you lot happy. That's for sure. Oh yes. I have no idea what that'll be, mind you, but I've got to find something.
Morning everybody, as they say.
Well, I'm feeling a little bit better this morning considering I had a bit more sleep. Happy days, as you say. Oh, here we go. Am I going to be in the way? Probably. Do I care? Not particularly. I need to set me sat nav up because I need to know where I'm going. Because once again I'm going somewhere different, somewhere I've never been before. Yay! I'm going down to Bristol. That's always going to be a fun day, guaranteed. I know realistically I should get all this shit sorted out before I even fucking put the camera on, but hey! So what? Yeah. Right. What have we got here? Well, that's great. What a fucking postcode. This is going to be a complete catastrophe because there's no address. Brilliant. Hang on. Snorted. We are now on our way. Thankfully. Let's get gone. Yeah, we can go. by the way, before I forget, our mate Mickey says to me, why aren't you wearing your t-shirt? Now there is one exciting fact about that. The reason why I haven't got my Spunketeer t-shirt on is because it's an extra large. And of course, because I am now 3 stone lighter than what I was when I bought that thing, it just buries me. So, and I look like a bag of shit in it. I need to get a new one. Some new ones made because of my new skinny ass. You know what I mean? It's because I'm all skinny and stuff. Yay. Yeah, I got on the scales this morning and I am now 13 stone 8. Yes. Get in there. That is the 3 stone barrier. Now the only other thing is now is to get down to where I want to be. Oh. So realistically I've got about between 8 and 10 pound to go, and that's the end of it. I may push it a little more, but that would do me. You know what I mean? I think that would do me. I'll be quite happy with that. So, just gotta keep on moving! Keep on. Yeah. If your fucking gears are in the right gear, you'd better pull away fucking quickly, you little shite bag. Cyclists. Rock on, let's get gone. Rock on, let's get gone. Well, today I am in a XF DAF. It's one of the older models, but I tell you what though, it's a dirty piece of shit. Honestly, my fucking hands are black, right? My hands are black. And I've done fuck all other than grab the steering wheel, hang on the fucking rails and hold the door handle. That's all I've done. And I'm fucking filthy. The fucking state of me poxy donnies already. So, whenever I get a chance, I've got to find myself some handy wipes and clean the fucking thing up a bit. This spilt tea or coffee all over the fucking place, and oh, it's an absolute shambles. It is a tramper's truck, so what do you expect? Scruffy bastard. Never mind. Never mind. Not to worry. The beauty of it is down today though, because I'm going south again. I don't tend to go south very often. I'm normally a northbound. But then again, I do prefer going northbound. I'm not a fan of going south. I don't know why, I just fucking hate going south. Just, don't know, I haven't got a clue why. Maybe it's because of the fact when I first started Raymond's, it was nothing but London, and I absolutely hate and detest driving in London. It is shite. Now, if you're just a normal tourist and somebody just drives there and blah blah blah, it's fine in your car, but as a lorry driver, it fucking sucks. Especially when you're a brand new lorry driver and you've literally passed your test 5 fucking minutes and you get sent down to London. Not fun. Trust me, I was ready to quit. That's how fucking crap it is down there. And it's only gotten worse. It ain't got any better. Oh dear. Right, I'll leave you with that sweet nugget, and I'll speak to you later whenever I get a chance. Possibly. Hopefully. You never know. Things may turn up that I might need to talk to you about. But then again, they may not. That'll keep you intrigued with it. Hey, I'm going. Have fun.
Oh man, why is it when your hands are always dirty, you end up with your eyeballs itch, your nose itches, you fuck have a scratch, all that shit ends up all on your face. Fuck's sake. Anyway, goodbye. Ta-ta. Come on, log off. Leave me be. Let me drive in peace. I'll put some music on. Bye. Well, yesterday I was having a bit of a peruse on the old Tinternet because somebody said that the speed limit's been altered from single carriageways 40 to 50, along with dual carriageways from 50 to 60. Well, I went through all that and had a good old read, and as much as I could get a grasp from what they're trying to say, it is happening next year. But the puzzling thing is, bear with me, they have already agreed with the urban roads of 60 miles an hour, single carriageway, for an Arctic to travel down them at 50. Apparently that's happening early next year. Well, they're still umming and ahhing about dual carriageways, which baffled the fuck out of me. For the simple fact of the matter is a dual carriageway, like this one we're on now, is a 70 mile an hour road. And their argument was that, you know, pedestrians and cyclists are on these roads. Yeah, and there's pedestrians and cyclists that could, this is why I say bear with me, could inhabit the motorway. For the simple reason of the matter of fact is that they did exactly the same speed, obviously unless the speed limit changes and it's 50 mile an hour or 60, depending on the hazard of the road that it's in the area it's in. But they're still umming and ahhing about, well, do we really want to put lorries up at 60 miles an hour on the dual carriageway? Now let me just offer this nugget of fucking free advice. I would say, yeah, why not? What's the problem? In all fairness, most lorries will only do 56 miles an hour anyway, because they're limited. Apparently the EU thinks that we should be driving at 56 miles an hour, even though our highway code states that an articulated vehicle on the motorway can travel at 60. Yep, we're not allowed by the governing point, the old restrictor, which always baffled me. I don't know why that's all about, but anyway, that's another subject I suppose. But a road like this, 70 miles an hour, same as a motorway, right? Exactly the same. But it's under different ruling because it's classed as the urban roads, not the highway road, the motorways. And that horrible noise you can hear is the aerofoil flapping away merrily because it's shit. But you can have a push bike on here, right, occupying a quarter of lane 1, when vehicles can go flowing past that cyclist, which will probably reach a maximum of 30 miles an hour for only a limited amount of time, because it's pedal power for crying out loud. A cyclist would probably be more, how can I put it, a cyclist would probably be a lot safer on the motorway because they've got a complete lane to themselves, i.e. the hard shoulder. This is why I said bear with me. Having a cyclist on a road like this where there is clearly no footpaths, no cycle paths or whatever, and it's a 70 mile an hour road, where's the common sense in that? Personally, if it's a 70 mile an hour road, cyclists and pedestrians shouldn't even be anywhere near it. But again, it's under different guidelines because it's the urban side of things, it's not the highway. So the motorway regulations are completely different to the urban regulations. But they're still umming and ahhing as to why put the speed limit up on a dual carriageway from 50 to 60 with Arctics. Well, any lorry over 3.5, well, it's 3.5 ton, I think he said? No, 7.5 ton, sorry. Any vehicle that's 7.5 ton and over to be raised to 60 miles an hour on a dual carriageway. It would make sense. It really would. But I do understand the concerns where the cyclist people are where they're coming from, because the simple fact of the matter, it's high speed and cyclists are on here anyway. And then I'll go, yeah, but it's a 70 mile an hour road and cyclists are on it anyway. The difference between a car hitting a cyclist at 70 miles an hour and a lorry, there ain't none. The result will still end in death. So, what's the problem? That might sound a bit crude and a bit cruel, but, you know, push bike V's car at 70 miles an hour, the push bike ain't going to last, is it? It's not going to survive. Lorry V's push bike at 50 miles an hour, it ain't going to survive. So 60 miles an hour wouldn't make a fucking blind bit of difference. But it always worries me when I do travel down dual carriageways, which are national speed limit of 70 miles an hour. That's if it's stated, obviously. It has to be stated first. That's the white circle with a black line through it. To allow cyclists on that kind of road in the first place is idiotic. I don't care about rules, but not those type of rules anyway. It seems antiquated. Granted, way back when, these A roads, which are dual carriageways, they probably wasn't dual carriageways many years ago. Volume of traffic has increased, the speed and the safety of vehicles has, you know, multiplied exponentially in safety. But the roads, our roads, have always been the same from the 60s or even the 50s, whenever the speed limits and whatever was put into place. It's never changed. I've got no problem in it staying as it is. On the motorway, that is. But as the dual carriageways, if it's a 70 mile an hour road, then it should be a 60 mile an hour road for an Arctic. That's the end of it. Because if a car can do the same speed as they can on the motorway, then why can't the lorry do the same speed as it can on the motorway? Makes sense to me. The only thing that I would prefer not to have is cyclists on these roads. Now, if there is a designated cycle footpath or just a cycle path, then great. But when there isn't one, that's where my brain tends to think, where is the logic in that? Anyway, that's my opinion. I hope it made a little bit of sense to you. It's like this part of the dual carriageway now we're on here, this is 50 miles an hour, right? But it's designated 50 for all vehicles, so you travel at 50 miles an hour. But do you see any footpaths either side? No. Do you see any cycle paths either side? No. But a push bike and pedestrians are allowed on this road, unless it's stated otherwise, obviously. Because there are, with exceptions, there's been areas of dual carriageway which are prohibited from cyclists, 50cc motorbikes, pedestrians, tractors, for safety reasons. But when there is no access for the public on foot or on cycle, yes, they can ride on the fucking road, we all know that, but as a safety point, it's a dual carriageway and it's a 50 miles an hour road. Still think it's fucking insane. Sorry, that's my opinion. I would be much happier if they stuck a nice big fat path down the side of this road and put them on there out the way. And I'm sure, no doubt, there'll be many of you out there that'll air your own opinions and let me know what you think of my thinking, the way that my brain is computing all this. I mean, don't get me wrong, driving down the country lane where it states national speed limit, again, white circle, black line through it, single carriageway, 60 miles an hour for any vehicle apart from lorries, obviously. We will be lifted to 50 miles an hour. The argument there is because when a lorry goes down a lane, it creates a pinch point, traffic, because there's a 20 mile an hour deficit in speed. So what they're trying to do is reduce that deficit by eliminating it by 10, obviously. So we're allowed to do 50 miles an hour. Now, this is my problem with that idea. Granted, I will tell you now, I'm all for it, but as a professional driver, when driving down country lanes, the rural areas, regardless to whether it's a 60, 50 or 40, I would like to hope that articulated drivers or any other lorry driver out there, rigid, whatever, don't matter what style of lorry it is, uses a fucking smidgen of common sense and drives to the road, not to the speed limit. I mean, anybody can throw an Arctic or a lorry down a country lane at 50 miles an hour. Which, whether you can do it safely enough or not, that's the key factor of it all. Have you got the common sense to go, hang on a minute, yeah, I can do 50 down here if I want to, but is the road conditions viable? Is it wise to travel at that speed at this point in time on this particular road? It's all down to personal judgment and fucking common sense, which a lot of people tend to lack, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's my 10 pence worth. Let me know what you think. And Oz, yes, I know the steering wheel wasn't in shot, but I wanted to point out the fact that dual carriageways and blah blah blah, so you've got the idea. So anyway, no footpaths, no cycle paths, and the speed limit raise. Anyway, I hope that made sense again. And let me know what you think, because I was quite puzzled to hear the fact that the speed limit was going to be lifted. I don't mind, I'm not bothered. I mean, it'd save me having to worry about travelling down a dual carriageway at 53 miles an hour and getting done, so I'm all for it. Oh well, anyway, toodles. I hope you enjoyed the little drive along. I know it wasn't in the back of the cab as usual. Stop fucking whinging at me. Radar Nos 19. At least I think that's how it's pronounced anyway, so. Yeah, Radar Nos 19. Oh, I'll tell you what. He says, can you do a video on how the tachos work? Can I do a video on how the fucking tachos work? I can give you my representation on how the tachos work and how they should work. Basics, realistically, it's the basics I know, but there are points in the tachos. Oh, I got that back over here, I think. I'm using that as audio. There are points on the tacho where, to be honest with you, I find it very complicated. But the basics are pretty simple. You have set brakes. You can have a 15-minute break. You can have an half an hour break. And you can have a 45-minute break. And I'll explain where and when. Within your first 4.5 hour drive time, right? Drive time, you can have a 15-minute break or an half an hour break. But once that 4.5 hour is up, if you've had 15 minutes, you will need to have another half an hour. But if you've had half an hour, you will have to have another half an hour. Don't ask me why they work it like that. I have no idea. It makes no fucking sense to me at all. When I started driving, it used to be broken into 3 15s within the 4.5 hours. So as long as you had those 3 15-minute breaks before your first 4.5 hour up, not a problem. Happy days. But unfortunately, the EU have stuck their fucking meddling Donnies in there and fucked it up for everybody and made it awkward. Now, that is the driving side of it, the 4.5 hour, then you have to have your 45-minute, or you can break it into two, a 15 first, then the half an hour. Now, the amount of times I've got that wrong, yeah, I've lost count. But yeah, it's 15 minutes first, and then you have your half an hour afterwards, as long as you're within that 4.5 hour. Now, if you're doing other duties, like for instance, you deliver somewhere, and it's took you a couple of hours to get there, then you're hanging about for, I don't know, an hour and what have you, then you get tipped, but that's took another hour and a half, then your 4.5 hours have gone away, but you've still got drive time left. But as that starts to creep towards the 6th hour, you're supposed to have an half an hour break within that 6 hour working time period. That's where it gets fuzzy. For me anyway. But hey, whatever. So, as long as you have a 45-minute break every time you have a 4.5 hour drive, or as long as you can make up the 45 minutes between any amount of 4.5 period driving, then you're alright. If you don't drive for that length of time, but you are working for anything up to 6 hours, then you must have an half an hour break at the end of the 6 hours, or at least in between that 6 hour period. So this is where it all starts to get fucking confusing. I mean, me personally, I think it's fucking stupid, but hey, whatever. The way I look at it is this. I drive, I'll keep an eye on how many hours I'm doing my drive time. As soon as I come towards the, third hour, I'll have a break. But most of the jobs that I do, because I'm a day man, realistically, I can drive to a destination. Because I do not have possession of the keys, I am doing nothing. I am sitting here enjoying myself. Right? It's on break. I am not in control of this vehicle. I do not possess those keys. Those keys are in the back there. They've got them. This is now a canteen area, if you can call it that, I suppose. Now, a lot of people argue the toss, say, no, you can't do that, you're being loaded. And I'll say, fuck you. Because at the end of the day, I can't take off this thing. I can't drive it anywhere. I can't do nothing. I can sit in that chair, and maybe it's no different at the end of the day. So, as far as I'm concerned, because I no longer have possession of this vehicle, because I do not have those keys, then I'm on break. Simple as. But when you're doing things like self-tipping or self-loading, then obviously it has to stay on cross hammers because you're still working. There'll be many people out there that don't do that, and I must admit I've done it myself a few times, but I find that if I balance it right through the day, you don't need to worry about that. But when it comes to the likes of all day driving, well then again it starts to get a bit fuddled for me, because I don't really tend to do that much if I can help it. But 4.5 hours continuous drive, 45-minute break, another 4.5 minute drive you can do as well, and then you can have another 45-minute break, and you can drive then for an extra hour, but only twice a week. Now, if you ask Vosa what that extra 2 hours a week is for, they will say it's to get you out of trouble, just in case you need to get somewhere to park up and blah blah blah. The company you work for tends to forget that reason and use it for their own benefit. Trust me, been there, done that. As driving period for the whole week, 45 hours. That's driving. 45 hours of driving. And then the following weekend do another 45 hours. And then they categorise that as a fortnightly pattern of 90 hours. So now they go, but you can do 55 hours driving if you want to, or 60 hours driving if you're that fucking brave. How you manage that, I would love to know, but anyway. But the point is, you can do more than 45 hours in the first week, but that means then you have to reduce it for the next week. But then all of a sudden you find that you're doing more hours the next week, and then but we can roll it forward and roll it back. What the fuck? See, I'm confused and I have no clue, and I'm driving these fucking things. What else can I think of? The working time, whereas your total working time, I think is 60 hours a week, which is 120 hours a fortnight. But I think that rule can be fucking floaty between the two as well, you know what I mean? But realistically, the only thing that I pay attention to when it comes to tachos is my driving hours and the drive time. That's it. That's all I really think of, because I'm a dayman. I'm not a tramper, so it doesn't concern me. All the other bits don't. I don't take any notice. So tacho goes in the morning. I know how far I've got to go. Like today I've done Newcastle up to North Shields. That's a 4-hour drive, so I make sure that I have myself a 15-minute break on the way up. Leaves me half an hour. I have an half an hour break at the top. Come all the way down here. And hopefully I won't need a break to get back to the yard, because I should have enough time to get back. You know, whatever. And that's all I ever do. Pay attention to that sort of side of it, because I don't worry about anything else. Why should you? It ain't worth losing sleep over. The bit that put me off the tacho regulations was when I found Vosa up and asked the question, is it viable or legal for a company to demand you have 9 hours off from base? I'll explain. Break periods per day is anything from 9 to 11 hours plus. You can reduce down to 9 hours, but the company they'll state that they'll tell you, right? But there's nowhere in the rules it says that the company will demand you have 9 hours off if they fucking see fit. It says driver may reduce. It doesn't say anything else. But anyway, when I found them up and says, look, working from base, isn't it supposed to be 11 hours plus off? The reason being is, because you're a dayman, you get back to the yard, you park up, you do all your shit, get yourself together, and your stuff in, and fuck off home. So then you got to drive home. Now for me, I'm alright because it's only 5 minutes up the road. But there's people who work at our place that are half an hour up the road. So if they have 9 hours off, and they've got to drive home, and then drive back obviously the next morning, that means they've lost an hour of that 9 by driving. See what I'm getting at? And yet Vosa says, no, you can do with that time as you see fit. It states that for the 11 hour plus in the rules, but not for the 9 hour. And I questioned it, I says, yeah, but isn't that promoting driver fatigue? because if a bloke has to drive a half an hour or more home, gets home, sorts himself out, plays with the kids, kicks the missus around the kitchen a few times, you know, or anything, whatever, don't matter what it is. By the time he gets to bed, how many hours has he got left? I don't know, what, 4 hours sleep? Then he's got to do a full day. Where's the logic in that? I just don't get it. 9 hours off as a tramper, there's your bed. There, literally, you know, a fucking backflip into the fucking saddle out. Yeah, that's it. Job's a good one. You're in. So you can pull into a services somewhere or a lay-by, depending on what you know, how you feel. Sort yourself out. An hour. You got 8 hours sleep there then. A day man who works from base or a night man, if they have 9 hours off, mate, the amount of sleep they'll get will determine on what happens when they get home. That's my grievance about taco law. It just doesn't make any sense. If you work from base, it should be 11 hours plus. But according to the rules, it ain't. Anyway, what else can I think of that'll benefit you? Oh yeah, I'll tell you what. The symbols on the taco, you got your bed, obviously, rest. You got the box, period of availability. What a fucking waste of time and what a waste of an idea that was. And then you've got the cross hammers, which is your duty, working. Whenever you stop and you're doing fuck all, flick it onto bed. Might as well just make it an habit, stick it on bed. If you're doing anything else, driving, tipping, whatever, leave it alone, it'll switch to fucking cross hammers anyway. Or you can actually manually put it to cross hammers, because a lot of these digital ones now will automatically flick to cross hammers as soon as you've stopped. There are the odd ones that do automatically flick to bed, which, to be honest with you, period of availability though, I've never fucking got that. I mean, what? Period of availability. I tried to get my brain around that one. It was like, what does it actually mean? What does it stand for? Period of availability. Let's break it down. It's a period. Yeah. We're not on about fucking jam rags here, by the way, ladies. Availability, meaning that you are available to do the job. Now, in hindsight, I should put it on box now, period of availability, but when I think of the word period of availability, I would look at it like this. I'll be sat at home and I'm available. They ring me, I'll pick the phone up, yeah, I'm on my way. But period of availability while you're actually in the vehicle, that to me is working. You're actually on site, on job, doing the thing, so what's the fucking point? And I think a lot of people now don't even bother with the box. It's an absolute waste of fucking time, because if you look at the rules, it states that period of availability is also classed as rest as well, so what's the fucking point? It's a pointless fucking thing. It's like most of the fucking rules and regulations, these tachographs. It's there for your safety and your benefit, along with the public's benefit as well, Joe Citizen. And it's there to fuck you over, stitch you up and cause you to have fines and all sorts of shite. I hope that helps. You know what I mean? Oh, I love a duck. Like I said, the taco rules, there's lots of stuff on there that I really don't get. It doesn't compute in my head. I'll go, I don't get it. I don't understand what that means. Other than that, that's it really. I can't think of anything else. Like I say, I don't really pay much attention to it. I know I should. But as long as I have my brakes at the right time, then I'm happy. Yeah, I'll carry on with it as far as I'm concerned. So, there you go. I hope that helps you. If it didn't, just let me know. Oh, I'm sure you will anyway. There might be something I've missed out or I haven't pointed out or something or other. But like I say, it baffles the fuck out of me, the rules. But as long as I get the basics done, 4.5 hours, 45-minute break. 4.5 hours, 45-minute break. 1 hour driving left, if needed. Couple of hours driving, 15-minute break. An hour driving, half an hour break. It's still within the 4.5 hour drive time. If you only do a couple of hours driving within a 6 hour period, you have to have an half an hour break before that. But I would strongly suggest you have a 45-minute break. Fuck the half an hour. It's a pointless exercise. Just have the 45 bollocks to it. I've jumped up a few. Anyway, that's it. I know it's a bit half-hearted, if you like. But like I said before, when it comes to TACO rules and regulations, I only know the basics because realistically that's all I need to know. I'm not really that bothered about the ins and outs and workings of it all because I don't give a shit. I don't need to worry about it. If it's a tramper, then fair enough, because obviously you're out all week and you're in the truck, blah blah blah. But I don't need to worry about it. I'll go to work, deliver, collect, come back. If I'm back early enough, I'll go back out again, deliver, collect, possibly, or even just collect, whichever, and then go back to the yard, and that's the end of it. So I'll just keep within that, and that's it. That's all I know. Sorry, bud. I just hope that you want to be a bit. If there was anything specific that you want to know about the tacos, I can find out for you. And well, then again, you can do that yourself as well. But I only know the basics, kid, and that's the truth. So, happy days. It's not looking very good, is it? As the rain comes down and the clouds get khaki, lightning and thunder will make you happy. Oh, what? You get a titty bit of rain and people panic. I can't drive! Oh, I can't drive! Fuck's sake. You want to fucking hurt you? Any waiter? Oh, bloody hell. Come on, hurry up. I ain't got all fucking day. It's only a bunch of fucking molecules. H2O, whatever you want to call it. Two parts oxygen, 1 part oxygen. In the form of water. Rain, 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 just keep on raining. Rain, 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 raining. It keeps on raining and lightning again. The only thing is though, you're all hearing our thunder, not on this fucking road. Look at them, fucking fucking chicken shits, come on. Let's get the fuck on.
Anybody would think we're in a monsoon, the way these lot of fucking performing. Absolutely disastrous. Disastrous! Lightning again. Oh my god. It's all lightning and stuff.
I would have been sitting at home enjoying my afternoon putting the videos up if it wasn't for the fact that I've spent fucking 4 hours hanging about waiting for the load I've got on the back of me. Unbelievable. Fucking hate that hanging around too much. It does my boxing. It's like, yeah, half an hour, fine. An hour, okay. But when you start stretching up to like fucking 4 hours and you're just waiting and waiting and waiting, and there's fuck all you can do about it. Especially when you've got a 3.5 hour drive on top of that, but with this fucking lot here, make it 4 hour drive. I'd have been home by now if it wasn't for the fuck-eyed delay. It's time I can't get back. You can't wind it back. Once the time has gone, it's gone. We are a linear life form. There's nothing we can do about it. This fucking sucks, this does. Well, that lighter band in front of us is possibly a break in this crap. So hopefully we can get gone. But with the way this is performing, more than likely somebody who hasn't got a fucking clue how to drive has crashed. In all fairness, I hope not, because it means I shall get delayed even more, but hey, whatever.